Okay. Hello, everyone. Hi. I hope that you're doing well. I am very glad to be here at the AI Thinkerers. The name is always difficult for me to pronounce. Anyway, so while I was trying to figure out what am I going to do this weekend, I came across this post on one of the WhatsApp groups. It's called HQ Coders. And then when I saw the event, I was like, yes, I'm going to sign up for this event. And then in a blink of an eye, I got 100, 500 messages on this group, and then I lost the link. After that, I tried to look for that link again. And when I registered, unfortunately, it was fully booked. I have to be waiting at the wait list, apparently because there are not enough tires in the room. Anyway, I was like, okay, fine, let me try to find any person that I know who can, just give me, wasta to attend this event. Unfortunately, I couldn't find any. And then after that, what I decided to do is, okay, let me look for another way for attending this event. And unfortunately, it was only by presenting. I don't know if it's fortunately or unfortunately. Anyway.
This is extreme. Yeah, she could have just given her coding attended as an attendee, but this is good. I like motivation.
Actually, that was the only reason. I was like, okay, fine. If that's the only reason, then khalas, let me do it. And then luckily, on the form, when you have to submit like your presentation or your talk, they were asking about something that interests you. It doesn't have to be like LLM or AI, something, whatever. I was like, okay, fine. I've done this code last month and I tested it earlier. It worked, apparently. So I was like, okay, fine, 15 minutes. I can squeeze this. And what this code does is basically, I joined a company called SAD recently. That was like 5 months ago. And the work has been hectic. But that's a talk for another time. But for now, what we're trying to do is we're trying to present what we have here. What is our problem? The problem was I wasn't updated or up to date on my LinkedIn profile. I got so many connection requests, and I wasn't able to accept all of them. So I was thinking to myself, how can I do that? I wanted to accept all the people who are sending me invitations. Not only that, but also I want to tell them that, okay, thank you so very much for your kind gesture. Not only that, but also I wanted to tell them that, well, I have a YouTube channel where sometimes, not regularly, but sometimes I post some YouTube videos. Maybe you can have a look at that. And then I want to address them by their own names. And in order to do all of that, I wanted to create this script to do that job for me. Why? Because if you think about it, would you rather do this job by accepting plus 300 invitations in only 3 hours if you can do a code in 10 hours that will help you do that? So I choose the 10 hours. Anyway, it's not 10 hours, but anyhow. Now, the easy thing that you know about automation is whenever you create a code to do some task for you, even that this task is redundant, you can always run the code to do this same boring, time-consuming task for unlimited number of time and until LinkedIn decide to change their layout. Okay. So, okay, as I said, what I want this code to do is open LinkedIn page, log into my profile, and then go to the invitations page. For each and every individual, I want to click an accept button. And then after that, I want to open the message window and then send them a message. Hey, their name. This is Reem. Thank you for your connection. And then after that, I want also to send them the message in bilingual format. Why? Because I don't know. I want to accept everyone. I have no filters for that. And I'm not sure if everyone is speaking Arabic. So I was like, okay, fine. I'm going to do both English and Arabic. Okay. So to do that, I decided to do this using Selenium and a simple Python code that uses my credentials, which are username and email. Of course, after importing all the necessary libraries, we also need to have a web driver, which is, we can think of it as a socket or something that in the middle between our Python code and the web browser. Because at the end of the day, all these automation processes is going to happen on the web page. Okay. Now, we have to define which page that we are trying to go to. So by basically calling this line of code, which is like the driver, maximizing the window, opening very wide, I want to get this URL. This URL is opened after we already opened the web browser from the web driver from the lines before. And then we need to identify where are the fields that we are interested to put our username, or in this case, email, as well as the password, which are these two fields here. And you can realize that we are using the same driver to find elements within the web page. And if you are like a web developer, you know that you can access elements in a different format. Maybe you can access an element using an ID, or maybe a class name, or in some cases, you can use a CSS selector. And in some other cases, you can actually use the full XPath for that exact element. Now, after defining these two fields, which are the username and the password, you have to define the login button, and then we need to click on login button after passing all the necessary informations, which are our credentials. You realize that I use .m file because you don't want to keep your credentials at the same place as your Python code, right? Between each and every action, you realize that they are like time.sleep, which are necessary to add like some, you could add that as a randomized numbers, but in this case, I choose them to be fixed values between 5 to 30 because I don't want the LinkedIn bots, because you know at the background, they have bots to detect all the automated processes. So in order to avoid this, we've added some sleep time because for us, the code can run and just go from one action to another in milliseconds. You don't want that. It will get spotted. What you want to do is to have that sleeping time because it mimics your behavior as a human being. You're moving from one text field to another text field. You might take a while. Anyhow, this is some content. I will refer to that later. This is the content of the message. I will tell you later also about it. But then I want also after login, after getting into the login page, now I'm in my own profile, LinkedIn profile. I want to go exactly to the invitations page. You can actually automate this process by trying to go to click to the invitations and then moving through every one of the invitations to the pages, newsletters, and people. And then from that, you can click on people. But from here, I just wanted to go directly to people. In that page, I noticed that in my case, I have only 3 pages, like 300 people with the number of 100, on average, 100 people in every 100 invitation in every page. I have around 3 pages, but you can have that loop go through all the number of pages, and you can collect this number of pages also by identifying the elements at the bottom of the screen. Now, you don't want to miss any of the elements. That's why you need to scroll down to the bottom of the page. And now, in every page, all the invitations are in the order of a format of an ordered list. And now, in order for you to reach any element or any invitations within that page, you have to go through each line or listed items within that list, okay? And this has to go like using the for loop, of course, from one page to another, from one element to another. Now, in each and every element, which is like one single invitation, what do I want to do is I want to click on the accept button by, of course, identifying using, in this case, the XPath. And then also, I want to click on the message button. The message pop-up window will pop up. And then after that, what I have to do is I want to go to the message container, of course, by using the identifier. In this case, we are using the CSS selector. And after that, we want to clear everything. Like if this message container has any text, delete that, which is here. Select everything on the text, delete everything. And then after that, I want you to paste the full message. What's the content of the full message? As I mentioned previously, I wanted this message to contain 2 languages, Arabic and English. The first phrase should start by phrase 1, which is in this case could be hi or salamu alaikum. And then after that, should be followed by the text of the username, which is also captured by the identifier. And then after that, the content of the message, I want to introduce myself, thank them for the invitation request. And then after that, I want to get one of these links to be as part of the content of the message. Why? Because I just noticed that not everyone, like if you generally, I posted like the YouTube channel, they will go all and watch the most watched or viewed video. I wanted this to be randomized between other videos that are not as watched as the top watched video. Now, well, after that, what we need to do is we send this message, click on close, and then we repeat this process using the for loop until we finish all the invitations in that specific page. And then after that, we have to repeat this process on the second page and third page and so on. So I'm going to show you now. What's the output of this code? I'm actually, after this, I was like, okay, finally, I'm going to use AI or automation in something that benefits me for some reason. And as I said previously, like doing this one time, I did this last month. Now everyone in that waiting list is going to be accepted by this bot. And then also, of course, we receive this message. So this is after login, the first step. Now, second step, we have to go to the networks and then people. This is the sleep time, guys, okay? You notice that like Chrome is already mentioning that it's controlled by test software. Hi. Okay, at least we're testing on someone that we have here in the room. Okay, great. And then clicking on the message button.
Oh. So when you sent a message to it, it was a bot?
Yes. Yes.
Oh my God. See?
Okay, probably the content of Arabic is as the top. Now we're done. Now I have to move to the second one. Accept and so on. Anyhow, thank you so very much for listening, and I hope that you enjoy. And I will post this on GitHub publicly for your reference. Oh, yeah. I just have to mention one thing. This code runs smoothly only when it's not interrupted, right? Like if Enerco decided now to send me a message, it will pop up it will stop the process, because now Selenium will not know what to do, because so many windows are open and then the one with the selector is not available on the radar. So yeah.
You should probably tell how did you use the bot even to get followers, because you have a lot of followers, I noticed. That's the other thing, right?
Well, I did it last time. That's why I got them.
Probably you can ask her later how she got more followers. Any questions?
Yeah.
Okay.
So if I didn't pay attention to this point, but when you are trying to run the bot, you're writing the Selenium is generated by the generative AI, or you're writing the Selenium yourself?
Selenium, like now, this code? Okay, if you ask, for example, okay, I'll tell you what I did. I asked GPT to give me steps to log into LinkedIn page. It refuses. And then again, give me steps on how to log into a web page using email and password, and then it gives me. So yeah, that's how it is.
So you plug in these pieces together as a code, right?
Yeah, but at the end of the day, you have to tweak it. Yeah.
I see a lot of demos these days about generative AI models, which are controlling your PC. So I was wondering, are these fully
Remain agents.
No.
That would
No.
probably be the next thing, right? You just put an agent over here.
like Tor, for example, for people to use?
Yeah.
Thanks Shumi, for your presentation. I'm
Sure.
going to watch one of your videos, YouTube. At least watch one, but I just want to give a suggestion.
Yes, please.
There is actually a crawl for AI, open source on GitHub.
Mm.
You can use that to avoid the problem that you have, because if there's a change to the layout,
Mm.
you don't have to rewrite your code again. So that
Mm.
means that you can use it's powered by LLM.
Okay.
So you try to use some approximation so that you can actually.
It's called crawl.
It's crawl for AI.
Crawl for AI.
AI.
Okay.
Anyone's willing to do a demo next time? Please do that. Yeah. Amir.
No, I just wanted to follow up on the suggestion. That would be a better option because that's also headless. So you won't need any GPU or graphical representation. So you can do that as well.
I wonder though.
I think the easiest way for identifying the selectors was inspect. By inspect, yes.
Okay, so just a sort of advice for anybody here who wants to use like scrapers or Cloud for AI or Selenium on LinkedIn. Just be careful because I have got suspended before, and LinkedIn is extremely strict.
Yeah.
For bots scraping, for automating stuff, so much so that like actual scraping companies and bots don't have bots on LinkedIn.
Yeah.
They get like cease and desist letters.
Yeah.
So just be careful when you're doing anything on LinkedIn.
Okay, guys, this is illegal. I mean, if you decided to use it, it's on your own.
There's another thing that LinkedIn actually actively bans you.
Yeah.
Actively. Just be careful when you're doing this, like testing and all that.
Yeah, thank you for that. Yeah. So many people are talking how to maybe randomize the sleep and try to find maybe a different ways to, distribute your IB. Sometimes you need to log in from different IB addresses using the same account so that it would look less suspicious, and sometimes it would be like the opposite. So yeah.
Okay, let's see. It may echo. So we'll figure it out.
So yeah, this is the which will help you to define like the element on the web page that you want to access. Any other questions? Okay, great. Thank you so very much, guys.